What's up, Blue Chips? 3 tickers today: CNSL, CYH, JMIA, and a little bonus on PENN. Let's get to it. All right, traders. So I was going to do the live trades initially, but I decided against it just because I annoyed myself a little bit in the closing half hour of the live stream this morning. So we're just going to do a recap, and if you do have any additional questions, feel free to leave those down below or jump in the Discord and ask me, and I will be glad to answer them. Or you can go check out the live stream from this morning. I'll post the timestamps in the description once it is done processing. So CNSL. This was a pretty easy trade. It was just frustrating that it didn't work out better. We started to scale into this. We took our initial 25 shares here at 671. It kept going, added 25 up here right under 7. Got the pop through 7. Tried to let it kind of form a top. It decided to get shot right back down. Tried to get back up there, and you could kind of feel that it was failing. We got the add there to get the full size, and we were risking high of day. So the only thing I feel like I could have did better in this trade was as it came down here and tested VWAP and right around the $7 area, we could have took some off. Even if it was just half the position, we could have took that off, because when it did shoot back up like this, it would have been much easier to add it back, which we ended up adding 50 shares to our position here anyway, because it was a nice intense move back up towards high of day. We kind of felt like it wasn't going to go high of day, even though we were still risking high of day. We just added 50 more shares as close to that as possible. So we got the breakdown, and this time around, it was around 690. It just could not get through. It just did not want to bust through and give us that drop that we were looking for. So we decided to take 50 of the 150 off. And we were still hoping, obviously, that we were in a nice descending triangle here and we would get that breakdown. But as you can see, it did not. When we busted back through 7, we took some off at 702, and we were using this pivot area of 700. I think our stop was at 707, but we ended up getting a cent slippage, and we got 708 as it went back up. And as you can see, it's actually at 707 right now. It decided to go back up, go through high of day and all that good stuff. So it was a good cut there. And, you know, it ended up being a smaller winner, even though we were hoping it would be a nice winner. As that was happening, JMIA happened. Nice big intense move up. We tried to jump in at 50, didn't quite get the fill as it was dropping through 50. We ended up getting 47, and it happened so fast that we didn't really get a chance to add to our share size or anything like that. So we just kind of took the quick scalp as it came down there towards VWAP. And unfortunately, we took this chart off because it did give us nice sloppy seconds that we didn't get to be a part of, which this is pretty classic, right? You get the big move up, get the second move back up towards high of day, doesn't quite get there and get shoved down. You end up going lower than the first move gave you, kind of like the bouncy ball effect, right? So then on to CYH. I was basically done my day, and CYH popped up on the scanner. It was like 11 or 12 on the I3, and I have played this in the past, right? And that was mistake number 1. I literally pulled this up and was interested because I know I've played it in the past and I've won on this ticker. So I take a look at the daily, and I'm like, oh, cool, there's some resistance there around that 630 area, 637 to be exact. So I draw the line, and this thing looks like it had, you know, it started to extend itself away from VWAP, and you guys know I like to look for extensions, but this is not really that extended. Mistake number 2, right? It's not that extended. So I saw it tried high day here, 615. It tried it again and failed. So I was looking to just ride this thing back down to 6. I was just looking for a quick 1-to-1 type risk reward. That was the strat. That's all I was looking for. I was looking for the test of 6, and I was going to take most of my position off and then look for the rest of it to hopefully continue down towards VWAP. Obviously, that didn't happen. We got stopped out as it went high of day. I said, oh, this is kind of a nice extension here. Let's try it one more time. So I'm not as mad about the second trade as I was the first one, because we actually started to get a little bit of extension here, and we were closer to that resistance there on the daily. So if it would have continued up to the resistance here, we would have looked to add, but it started to try over and over again to bust down through the 620 area, and it just couldn't. And it decided to come back up, and I said, okay, we didn't get really any kind of selling pressure at all. This thing obviously wants to go higher. We're going to jump out at high of day. It hits us at high of day, and we're out. So very frustrated with this CYH. I should have never been in either of these trades, and it's starting to make me realize that when I start to trade things like this, that I'm in a little bit of a funk, right? I don't trade these types of trades unless I'm kind of forcing trades trying to get winners. And earlier this week, you guys know I've had a couple red days already. This is going to be another one. Actually, every day this week we've been red. We were off on Monday. Tuesday was red. Yesterday was red. And now today ended up being red after these 2 trades on CYH. So everything that I'm trading seems to not be working out, right? The market is not aligned with my strategy right now. And so my way of trying to fix it is to take random trades, right? You take random trades, you're going to get random results, and that's exactly what's happening here. I tried to take safer type plays. Well, if you take the safe type plays, a lot of times everyone's taking those safe plays, and the big guys know that, so they're going to kind of squeeze you out of those trades pretty easily. And again, I feel like that's exactly what happened here. So enough about that. We realized that we messed up there, but as we were in CYH, messing with that and realizing that we were messing up, PENN happened. Now, I'm completely frustrated from all morning. CNSL didn't want to give us the drop. JMIA, we only got a starter position. CYH, we're just giving our profits back. And then PENN happens while we're messing with CYH and being annoyed with it. Well, I had my order. We had it. If you go back and watch the live stream, I had my order as it was just chilling here at 39. And I just didn't hit the button. These are the exact plays I'm looking for. Go back to CYH. Look at my entry on this. It just looks stupid, especially if you pull up PNN and realize that would have been at 39. That's the exact type of move and the intensity move that we're looking for to get in on these trades. And I didn't hit the button here, but I hit the button over on CYH. So a combination of just all week letting the emotions get to me. My emotions kept me out of a great trade. And now, obviously, in hindsight, this thing worked right away. But regardless of whether this worked or not, I would be a million times happier if I would have lost on a trade like PENN right here versus losing on a trade like CYH, because this is actually my strategy. So I took a trade that wasn't my strategy and then missed a trade that was my strategy because of my emotions that have been kind of lackluster. Not lackluster. If anything, they've been heightened because of Tuesday, Wednesday, and now this morning. It was all a combination of me not realizing every stock that pops is a new hand, right? I'm kind of making another poker reference here. When you're dealt a hand in poker, the odds of you getting any combination of cards are the exact same every single hand. So when Penn happened to pop up here, the odds of this working are the same as any other time you see a stock pop up like this. And for some reason, I let my emotions get to me, where if I was on a winning streak or having a good day, there's no question I would have just jumped right into this thing with no hesitation. But letting my emotions get to me kept me out of this. And that is also making me realize that I'm in a little bit of a funk right now, and we need to try to figure out how to get out of it. So maybe that's going to be the topic for tomorrow night's live stream. And that's all I have for you today. So like and subscribe, guys. If you have any questions or comments, maybe even some suggestions, if you've been in a funk like this in your trading career and you have a good way to try to get out of it, let me know. Let me know down in the comment section below. But until tomorrow, I will be here same time tomorrow, just like every other day, around 9:20 Eastern, and I'll catch you then. Peace.